just clear up a number of things, and I'll say this to you and why. There's a lot of things you're going to hear about me now because we are dealing with the election fraud. And most of these allegations that you're hearing, let me use particularly one case where people claim that I've been sequestrated and liquidated and put up court cases. In response to that, I've won the case. We've got a constitutional matter that's pending. And many of the issues that's arising now is because we are dealing with the rigging of the vote of the DA, where the DA received less than 30% of the vote in the Western Cape. The ANC done just as bad. And so when we confront these issues, the DA has responded by making up stories, and you will hear many more stories as we go on, because this lies has to be confronted in saying that there are many politicians that have actual as legal cases against them. Helen Zille, for one, must still be confronted about the big tender which a family received. S.A regarding his issues with his family. Cyril regarding the Palapala issue, and also the mining issue where he killed many people. These cases have still to be dealt with, but we don't talk about those things because they know they are wrong. They know they've lost the vote. They know they're lost to other political parties. Let me add on the order on the screen, and where Standard Bank has to pay all costs. Now, I'll remind you that this case has been instigated by the DA. This is a grouping that came behind to somehow destroy Jerome Swartz and the party. So here is the proof of where Standard Bank is ordered to pay the cost of the matter in which we won. And then secondly, this is the same order they are fighting. This is the same order that they do not accept. And we are saying you are using this order to discredit myself because we are scratching on the votes stolen, the votes that you reaped, the votes that you paid for, the deals you made behind the scenes. We will not leave it like this. You will not find one white person being liquidated or sequestrated unless they do self-liquidations or self-sequestrations, not to deal with the debt. But this economy does not allow people or does not liquidate white people as such because they protect white business. But this setup in South Africa, this conniving setup, this white capitalist setup, this causes the black and the brown companies to be liquidated and person to be sequestrated. The reason for that is so that no black person, no brown person can arise in this economy, in this setup. Because if we do arise, we'll take over the banks, we'll take over the mines, we'll take over the running of business in the Western Cape and South Africa. And therefore, we know the white capitalist purposely sets up conditions or cases or traps to destroy black and brown businesses. If you ask any brown business, like myself, why have you been liquidated? I can tell you the fact in the court order, there was absolutely no reason for liquidation. No reason. We owed nobody money. We owed nobody. There was no debt. There was no missed payments. The purpose was specifically because they know we were involved with ARA and because we are brown people. They don't want us to rise. And this is the purpose why they attack myself and attack others. Again, what was the reason for liquidation? Ask anybody. Ask the banks. Ask those white judges. Why? There's absolutely no reason. The judge asked the same question. And the judge said, why would you want to liquidate Dr. Swartz? What's the reason? And they said themselves they do not know the reason. There's no reason. And therefore I won the case. If ARA was not a threat, if Jerome Swartz was not a threat, why are you saying those things against me? I'll tell you why. Because we are a threat. We alone have 67,000 members just in the Western Cape, active members. How could we get a vote of 8,000 in the Western Cape? It's plain ridiculous. So they know we are a threat. The fight is not over. We will make sure that you are out of your stolen positions.